I've been using this iPad Air 2 for about 6 years now, and you can kind of see this case has seen some action, has seen better days. It is paling at the edges. Now, this smart cover allows you to protect the front of the iPad, not the back, but since it's metal on the back, I'm not too bothered. Hasn't seen much damage, but I really wanted to protect the front. Now, this is great because it's really light, at about 80 grams. So when I got an iPad Air 4, the new one for 2020, I really wanted something similar. However, there isn't one. So I was looking around for these smart covers. All I can find is a smart folio. So the smart folio goes on the front, looks like that, but it also has a back piece that goes all the way across. Now that kind of doubles the weight and adds a bit more heft to it. So you're going to end up with a similar depth on the back as you do on the front, which is really not what I wanted. Now looking at the iPad Pro 11, that doesn't have one either. It doesn't have the smart cover, it has the smart folio. If we take the iPad, the old one, and detach this, this is a pretty strong magnetic catch. Now there's magnet down this strip, which is pretty strong. We can test that by taking this metal chain and dragging it along, and I can feel that pulling all the way. That's all the way along. It's quite strong. Now if we take the iPad and check that corner, you can see that's magnetized all the way as well. You can see it pulling. It's not as strong, but it's all the way across. Now if we take the iPad Air 4, do the same. Now it tugs at that corner and then it disappears. There's nothing all the way across until you hit the top edge. So that's going to be the problem. So nothing that is going to come out for the iPad Air 4 will go along this side edge because there's no magnets in this center position here. If you take a look at the back of the iPad Air, that's where they've added more magnets. So we take the thing again. Now, there's a magnet in this corner, all the way across this bottom portion and into this corner. Then there's nothing for the whole of the back until you hit the top corner here. And there's one in the corner there. In fact, it's all the way across. So that folio case, the one that wraps around the back, is using magnets in the top and the bottom. That's how it's secured on. It's not really using the edge. So that is why you won't find a smart cover for the iPad Air 4 or the iPad Pro 11. I think that's a real shame because I really like that feature of just having a cover that just goes over the front. Now there's one other reason why they might not like you to have a cover that just goes on the front, and that's the fact that there's a camera bump. So when you end up, if you just had one on the front, you'd end up putting that down on the counter and impacting the camera every time that you put that down. So maybe that's one of the decision factors that Apple made. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think, whether you think the folio case is light enough. I think it isn't for me. I'd prefer something as light as this, which is about 80 grams. So let me know in the comments if you found anything that's nice and light and can protect your iPad.